You're listening to Out of Office, a travel podcast.
Your go-to podcast for all things travel.
It's Out of Office, a travel podcast.
Finally.
So this is season 2 episode.
Deux.
Did you say it in French?
Deux.
You say it in French. So this episode, we're going to talk about our future travel plans, which you're very excited about. I know.
I feel like we're most excited for L'Oreal's plan.
But we're going to talk about
Your friend get a new job. That's how I feel. Because I happy you finally going, so I don't have to hear them over this trip.
And y'all don't have to, actually, you're going to hear about it for at least the next 3 months. But still, we're going to talk about Dom and where she's headed to.
Because mine isn't, I feel like mine is exciting, but not as.
It's super exciting.
And I've already been this place.
But one of those places.
Yeah. Okay. So I will be going to, well, by the time this podcast comes out, because we have to decide, I may already be there. Right? Because I leave soon. So I'll be revisiting Egypt.
Yeah.
And visiting Jordan for the first time.
And you know she's the picture's baddie. Okay? She's going to give you those shots.
Now, let me tell you something.
Contrasting.
I am literally.
Contrasting outfits to the entire environment. You know Dom is that girl. So let's hear about Egypt and Jordan. I feel like we should talk about why you want to revisit Egypt. And then let us know
My
about
reason
Jordan.
for why I want to revisit Egypt is dead shallow. Okay, no, I lied. It ain't a shallow. Okay, so I went to Egypt. Egypt was actually my first big trip ever.
It was.
And I went with 2 other friends in 2017.
That weren't me.
Yes. So I did 8 days initially in Egypt, but this
Gals
time
ain't
when I
loyal.
go, I'm literally only going for like 3 days. Now
You're doing 3 days in Egypt.
3 days in Egypt. Now I'm actually going with someone that I met in Thailand.
Yes.
The girl, that's so random.
Friend.
She is amazing.
Friend.
Hey Michelle. Hey girl.
Michelle.
She's cool as shit, babe.
Yeah.
And we were just talking about it in the last podcast, about traveling with people who ain't brokies and who could just. She has literally been amazing through this whole thing. Like, she's found most of the hotels. She found all the excursions.
Oh, that's good.
So most times she was like, hey, girl, can you pay right now?
And you're the planner. I'm shocked.
I have never met anybody like this. And I am intrigued and almost wet because, wow. I don't even like women. And I just like, dog, where women is be like this? Where women is be like this? You know what it is to be turned on by somebody that's a planner. But I don't like it in that type of way. But no, she'd message me sometime and be like, hey, are you busy right now? I could book our plane tickets. You just give me the money when we get there. And I'm like, what?
But that's an entire vibe.
Yes. And she's down for anything. So I'm going back to Egypt for one reason. And that is literally to see Abu Simbel.
You mentioned that.
Abu Simbel is in Aswan. So, crap, I didn't restart it.
But give us a little information about why that was a place that you definitely wanted to visit again.
So for me, when I went to Egypt, I think I turned 27. I can't remember how old I turned. Anyway, I turned a certain age. And
she was jumping in the Nile and all of it.
I jumped in. I had an amazing time in Egypt the first time I went. But I don't think I fully grasped the culture and really took in what I learned. And Egypt is, oh my God, it is so historically dense.
It is.
You will be like,
yeah,
this is amazing. And I actually skipped on going to Abu Simbel, and I completely regretted it once I saw it. So Abu Simbel was, I don't want to say the wrong history facts, but if you Google ABU space SIMBEL on Google, you'll see why it's a place you need to visit.
Yeah.
It's basically a tribute to one of the pharaohs. And it is amazing. Absolutely amazing. I think it was actually a dedication to Nefertiti.
As you should.
It was either Nefertiti or King Tut. It was one of them.
Nefertiti. Because, we just came out of...
Black Goddesses.
Actually, it was this month. It's Women's Empowerment Month.
It's
March.
Women's Month, period.
Yeah. So, that's what we're about. So big ups to Nefertiti in her...
So I'm going back to Egypt literally just to see that. But the first day we're going to do ATVs, camel rides around the pyramids and the Sphinx. Then we do like a sunset dinner on the Nile. Then we go to Aswan the next day to go to Abu Simbel. Then we have some free time the day after that. And then we go to Jordan. And my main reason for going to Jordan is to see Petra.
And Jordan, this is the first time you visited this country.
I am very
so
excited.
another
This is my first time
country
being in this continent. Well, I've been to Asia because did you know that Jordan is actually in Asia?
Do you know who got her interested in going to Asia? But we're not going to talk about that, are we?
Paul.
So not me? Gal?
I just joking. It
was, tell you about Gal?
It was Lori. It was Lori and Paul.
Because clearly, big ups to Paul, though.
Big ups to Paul.
My cousin.
You want to hear something very crazy? Me and Paul gonna be in Egypt the same time.
Are you kidding?
No, dead ass. But we
fun.
may not see each other because Paul will be in Alexandria.
Yeah, y'all in different parts.
That is crazy that I have friends who are like, yeah, I need Egypt too.
Just remember, like when you go to different countries, that different cities can be pretty far apart.
Yeah.
If you have an itinerary, you're in Egypt at the same time, but like you're in different parts.
To get to Aswan, we had to do so much contorting of our schedule because you can either catch a flight or we found out that you can take an overnight sleeper train that leaves like in the afternoon at 7 and arrives.
Oh, that's a vibe, though.
Yes, but it's a little.
I mean, a little dude, but it's
cheap.
fine.
It's like $80.
That's an experience,
and you get to sleep.
Yeah,
but the countryside in Egypt is very, very beautiful. So we was like, you know what? Let's do the train for the experience, and then also we'll reach the next morning because it will take us literally a full day to experience Abu Simbel.
Yeah. So you reaching in the morning is important.
Yeah. So we reach in the morning, we leave in the evening. We're literally getting in and getting out.
As you do.
Yeah. Well, you know how I go when I travel.
First of all, let me tell you, just a short segue of life. We are
we gotta talk about the Thailand trip.
We're discovering, although Dom and I thought we were super similar in travel, we are very different. Okay. Dom is a quick traveler for most things if it doesn't like cross the Atlantic. Yeah. So she would be like, I'm gonna do 4 nights somewhere. I need a week and a half.
She can take her time.
I'm gonna take my time.
I'll make sure every single day I have something
from
planned.
she land
to the point where I can change my itinerary on the plane. Lori was being so sweet to send me flowers in Thailand. I didn't tell her that I changed the destination I was going on the plane. Literally, I was like, no, I'm not going to do Chiang Mai.
So I was like, I'm going to send the flowers to Chiang Mai because that's what she told me she was going to be in during her birthday. And through casual conversation, I found out that she was in Phuket. So you know what I had to do? Cancel
and send it somewhere else?
Cancel the gorgeous flowers that I picked out.
They were beautiful.
Right?
That's a vibe, though. You know, they have friends who like, no, I changing my flight instead. I could go somewhere else.
On the plane, she didn't even discuss this with me.
But that is the art of reserve now,
it is.
Pay later.
It is.
I didn't pay for anything.
But don't be like Dom and tell your friends where you're going to be when you change your flights. Because I was like, Phuket. I saw her. She posted her flight and she was like, bye, Chiang Mai. Me. No, not bye. Where are you going? Had to switch up. I actually told her, I was like, I can't get you shit no more because you're not where you told me you were going to be. Obviously, I already booked the next florist for her destination.
That is so funny.
But I wanted her to feel it. You know, I wanted her to feel.
I want you to know that I felt it.
Good. Because how dare you change your flight?
I'm sorry.
Like, how do you change a flight on a flight? How are you going to let me know? Gals? She lucky I like her.
I like living in the moment like that.
You know?
See, that's why I have the man I date got to be like that.
You have to be me.
Yes.
You have to
we got to be on the plane and I'd be like, why we don't do Phuket tomorrow?
Just switch it up.
You'd be like, you know what?
Why not?
Yeah, babe. So anyway,
if you know us,
you know, we real. When people say they're spontaneous, I don't think anybody is really more spontaneous than us.
No, because I will change my mind at the bar in the airport because a random person said, you know, it's the best time is to go like 4 days later. Say less.
You're so silly.
Now I'm going 4 days later.
Literally.
Like she did in Phuket and not Chiang Mai. But she got her flowers, guys. I still got them there.
They were beautiful.
You know,
because the only flowers I got for my birthday.
We ain't gonna talk about that. We're gonna have a podcast about that.
Anyway.
We're gonna have a podcast about men who try to court us
And don't know how to.
And don't know how to.
We're very simple girls. A little swim in the underwater sanctuary out by Clifton Paris. Very
Excuse
simple.
me.
It's $25 a person.
Let's go. Well, let's go dive in Andres though. That much.
Just moving along because my
much.
time ended.
Your time ended. Oh,
well,
so what are we gonna talk about?
It ain't done yet. My time isn't done.
Okay, you lied.
This gals is
lie. Gals is lie. So this year, Dom is revisiting Egypt. She had an amazing visit in 2018,
2017.
2017.
Yeah.
Check out Wandom Lust on IG to check out her pics from there. We're not finished. We're not finished. I was just getting them there for your Egypt trip so they can have
and that's another reason why I want to visit Egypt as egotistical as it sounds, I didn't get enough photos.
You didn't.
No, I didn't.
Even when you were jumping in the Nile, was that not enough? She jumped in the. First of all, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to hey, if you don't travel, sorry. But if you're someone that travels and understand the significance
of the Nile,
Nile,
that's big.
This gal,
even outside of the Bible,
just jump in.
My wig was still on.
Wig on. I remember the little curly.
Because I came up with the wig pulled down.
The little curly boo. This gal jumped in the Nile.
Cold.
That is historically significant because, to be honest, what other Bahamian?
Because they jump in the Nile.
Do you know? I don't even know. No. What other Bahamian do you know? Period. That jumped in the Nile.
That has been on the Nile.
It's been to Egypt. Anyway, we're gonna continue.
Yellow's been to
So
China.
yeah, she's been there before. She's going to go for a specific reason. But now I
want to get some more content.
Let's talk about Jordan. So she wants to get more content, which is understandable.
Yeah, and I want to be able to really go as an adult and be like, I'm in the real motherland.
So you weren't an adult at 27?
No, I was, but I feel like I didn't have a proper appreciation for it. I wish I had done maybe Thailand back then instead of now, because doing Egypt now, I feel like at 30,
redacted.
I will be very appreciative of it and the history around Egypt.
Okay.
So I decided to do Jordan because Jordan is literally next door.
Yeah.
The flight from Cairo to Amman, Jordan, was $237. Well, that was the one way.
That's like us going to Andros. Not Andros.
It's like us going to
Abaco, Eleuthera, Exuma.
So for Jordan, I have Petra plan. I'm going swimming in the Dead Sea. And I'm going to this place called Wadi Rum, which is actually the scene of a lot of movies where they film Mars. Yeah. It looks like Mars. It's the desert. But it's amazing.
This is the first time I found out what she's doing on this trip. So I'm as surprised as you are.
Because suppose I decide. Oh, and I also have a very long layover in Turkey. Oh, this could be in Turkey.
I don't. You know what? We're on this podcast together. We have traveled together, as you've heard in the last episode. But I want you to know I do not like her.
Why not?
Because
you wanted to go to Turkey?
I always want to go to Turkey.
If it makes you feel better,
know about
if
Turkey.
it makes you feel better, the only thing I'm upset about is, you know what I'm upset about? I'm not going to be there early enough to go air balloon in. I'm not arriving until 6 o'clock, and all I could think is, if I was there from 4, I could have went to Cappadocia. I don't know if I'm pronouncing correct, so please do not hold it against me.
Lawas.
Yes, I could have gone there, air balloon, and bring my ass back.
Rags.
Sela. I'm mad I get the reference. What is your problem? They say, yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
But, so you know what I could do now? I lied, not now. We're going to talk about me later. But continue. So Jordan is an important part for you. Mm-hmm. Why?
I feel like Jordan has a lot of history also. Mm-hmm. It's very dense in culture. And for me, that's as close. Is Jordan considered the Middle East?
Technically, yeah.
I've never been to the Middle East.
Vibes.
Now, I was supposed to go to Israel also. My original plan was, my name is coming up. I was always supposed to go to Israel and Jordan for Easter because who the hell does not want to have a significant trip during Easter in Israel? But then I thought about it and I was like, even as a Christian, I don't want to be there during that time. It's just, I feel like it'll be too many people.
Yeah.
And as a woman and as a Black woman, who was going to travel solo, I thought that going there may not be the safest for me this time of year. Although I'm sure other people aren't going there to be aggressive or anything, but I said, you know what? Let me just do Egypt and Jordan. And Michelle happened to be like,
let's go.
yeah, girl, book a ticket before me.
Pick up Michelle.
Hey, pick up Michelle,
that
dog.
she met in Thailand.
That's my own girl.
You know, Black women traveling.
She beige it. You know what's so crazy?
She beige it?
She was in Trinidad in 2020 in Tribe.
Are you kidding me?
Yes, that's all. When she said
there.
that, I said, Michelle, we were meant to be
friends. We were there.
We were meant to be friends, V. She's amazing.
That's
yeah.
Listen here. This is directed to Black women and Black women only.
Find us.
Sorry if people get offended.
No, it's for the Black women.
Travel.
Find us.
Find us.
Yeah.
We here.
Yeah, there was this girl that I met at Mama Do, the place where I took my photos for my birthday.
Yeah.
I saw her over to the side, and she tagged me in so much content after that. I saw her over to the side, attempted to take photos, and I walked up to her and I was like, you want me to take your photos?
Yeah.
She was like,
family.
She was like, yes.
Thank you.
She made like 2 or 3 posts.
Get
like
me my shot.
Kirker, I think it's Kirker Barbie on Instagram.
Yeah.
She's an amazing solo Black female traveler also.
And we need them.
Amazing content.
We need them.
So, it's time for me to pass it over to Lori. This gal is so ridiculous, dog. L'Oreal.
Yo.
Lori, I'm going to bring it in like how they do in WWE. And now presenting L'Oreal.
Listen, guys. Listen, guys.
Finally.
We're finally here. You heard me almost break down on the podcast
Gal
before.
gonna pee herself when she reached
right?
She gonna pee
heard
herself.
me almost break down on the podcast before. We are going officially.
And let me say
finally,
we, like all of us.
Yeah, all of us are going. All of us are going. So follow us, Sunbum, on IG.
Are you gonna put on your next account, or you can strictly leave it to a Sunbum?
I am leaving this to a Sunbum. This is.
I can turn on my notifications for you. I'm dead. I gotta turn on notifications.
This is, if you know me, or even listened to our podcast before, you know I had a little mini breakdown because I was. Don't do that.
Mini.
It was a mini one because I didn't actually shed tears. I shed tears
They
internally.
couldn't see the tears because they were translucent.
You know. This gal? Anyway, so this year, finally, after the pandemic was trying to hold me down,
this gal.
We're going to Japan.
Finally.
And we're going to South Korea.
Finally, Lord.
Whenever this pod goes out, either, you will know. You will know when it's out.
Like. Favorite.
Right? So finally, the trip isn't canceled this time, guys. Hotels are booked.
Let me tell you, Lord, please don't cause nothing to go bad.
First of all, there's nothing.
I can pray for you.
Don't even speak it.
Don't even cough.
Don't even cough. Okay? Don't even cough. Don't even breathe.
Now, I'm going to tell you, as someone that has been to Japan, I was only there for like 8 hours.
6 seconds.
But I was on the Shibuya crossing. Shibuya.
Yeah. Shibuya is nice.
The immigration process to get
a minute.
out, it could take like 2 hours.
It's a minute.
But it's worth it.
But I found a way to do it preemptively. So I have
to. So prepared. One thing about us now, we have everything done before we reach.
Prepared.
Everything.
And for people that don't know me personally and have only heard me talk about Japan and Korea during the pandemic, I've been wanting to go to Japan specifically since I was 7 years old.
Forever.
This is a big thing for
Cardi
me.
B voice. Forever.
Forever. This is a big thing for me.
For us.
For us, yes. And I'll be going there, and I'll be going to 3 cities. So I'll be visiting Tokyo, Kyoto, and Osaka. To be very honest, I will also visit Nara and Kobe.
Girl, when you have time.
I'm there for
this is going to be really
nights.
Stupid. Please do not judge me. And it probably is, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Is this where Kobe beef is from?
Yes. Yes, actually.
Okay.
Literally.
The fact that I know what Kobe beef is. Am I cultured?
Yeah, you are cultured.
Gals, I'm cultured now. Can talk to man them, eh? Can talk to man them.
Big ups to shits and gigs, because that's exactly what she's mirroring.
Can't talk to man.
So my main cities, I will be staying in Tokyo and I'll be staying in Osaka. I will be visiting Kyoto.
Tell us
on
what
the
you're
off
gonna
side.
go to, because when you go what is the Funshari?
What are you talking about? The shrine?
Yeah, how do you pronounce it? When you go,
Great
L'Oreal,
question.
the only
Great
request that I
question.
have is please color coordinate for the shrine.
And I want
I know
you to
the
know,
shrine is orange. I'd like to see you maybe
I
in a
want
white
you to know
or
that I have to still shop for this trip. Specifically.
I heard that like down
Specifically.
on the street, it's not down on the street, but basically there's like this long street where you could get like traditional wear.
You want me in traditional wear? So
I want you in traditional wear. White.
I have traditional wear for a particular place, some temples in
flicking
Tokyo.
gal.
I want you to know.
Aren't you going during cherry blossom season? When gal PSL just now, you know. I never see this gal like this in my life. When Paul asked for their trip,
I'm so excited.
he say, babe, she going during
Cherry blossom season. So if you don't know, my birthday was March 16th.
But you
This
should
is
know.
now after. You should know this if you
who
know
else?
me. Because who else born on March 16th? And if they are, it's not me. But it's fine. So my birthday is March 16th. As I said previously, Japan has been like a big thing for me since I was like 7 years old, right? During the springtime, predominantly late March, early to mid-April. And I have to say it like that because it depends on where you are in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
Different cherry blossoms bloom at different times. Mm-hmm. So the late part of March, beginning of April is Tokyo. And then essentially it goes down in time. So Kyoto is like first to second in April, and then, you know,
so by the time, like, say if I want to go in November, they'll be gone?
Yeah, they're going to be gone from from the end of April.
So
it's a very
when I plan
short,
my trip plan around this time.
If you want to do cherry blossoms. Cherry blossoms is not the end. There's also wisteria in
No, I've always heard about the cherry blossoms.
You do, but wisteria is the type of flowers you do not see anywhere else in the world.
Really?
Yeah.
What
so
color
wisteria,
are they?
they're purple and they drop down. They are gorgeous, and I am upset that I couldn't stay there for a month.
Wisteria season?
Wisteria is May. So
Okay.
cherry blossoms are April.
So like
wisteria
wear a
is
royal
May.
blue for the background. I'm already planning.
You can do royal blue because it's a very like light purple.
Are you going to like color coordinate for the cherry blossom?
I am trying to. That's why I have to.
I'm gonna need to see a mood board before you leave. I want to know like what are the color templates that we're going with. You know, what feeling are we going for? Are we going to do traditional on this day? Is it going to be comfortable to kneel in when it's time to eat sushi?
She asking me a lot.
This
Y'all
is-
know I don't plan.
You know, it's so crazy. Like all of this, I think of like for Petra.
Y'all don't plan.
I was like, okay, the rock is going to be red. I'm going to wear royal blue to pop.
The thing
Things
is,
like that I
so,
do.
like subconsciously, I do that. So I'm not gonna wear pink in front of the cherry blossoms
blossom.
because it's a very pale pink. If you're not familiar with what the cherry blossoms are, but it's still like 60s odd. And then we've talked about this on previous pods.
weather
You
should
have
be
to
beautiful.
ensure what you're wearing in certain places are respectable. So what I've noticed,
Okay, that's a big thing to
It's a
mention.
big thing.
No one would think of that in Asia because Asia is so progressive.
it is, but also East Asia, like, is the reverse of the West. So, like, for me, if I was to wear something with my cleavage out in the West, it's okay. My cleavage out in the East is problematic, but I can wear shorts under like the creases of my butt. So they're the reverse. So we like in the West, we're like long pants, cleavage out, fine. For the East, what I've noticed, and obviously this is not all, you know, like I'm not talking about every country, but for the East Asian countries that I noticed, specifically Japan and Korea. I'm going to Korea, guys.
And when she
Anyway.
started talking about Korea.
Anyway, is that they seem to be a little more concerned about cleavage than they are about shorts.
Do my boobies offend you?
And you know, I have
They offend me
you
too.
know, I have a little
A little?
boobage thing happening. You can't
little?
see this right now; they're covered. But
Oh,
in a
is this part of
t-shirt-
like
yeah,
the theme?
It's a part of the theme. Well, actually, I'm not going to be this covered up, but we kind of dressed separately. So she's going to a hot country.
But there's
during
no
the
way I will
spring.
ever wear this.
But she can't wear this.
But the pants that I'm wearing, y'all can't see, but my pants are very loose fitted around.
Which is important
loose
for like
fitted
the Middle
for
East,
me. But you can still see my hips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The hips aren't going to disappear regardless. Because bungie.
They come in. They come in. They're packed.
So for us, I'm going to more a cooler climb, although it's like more fall type of weather. So like 60s if you're interested. But going there, boobs is more of a taboo than short pants.
Okay.
So
interesting.
As a Bahamian, we always in short pants.
But my boobies are also
always out.
Always out.
So I actually have no idea what I'm gonna wear. Well, to be fair, I know what I'm gonna wear. I just have to buy it.
I don't know.
So I'm gonna wear spring dresses, bright, bold colors. But I'm gonna have to wear long sleeves under them because it's gonna be a little colder. So I'm. The funny thing is, I'm literally going into their style of clothing for the time.
Oh yeah, because you said you're gonna wear long sleeve under the dress.
Yeah,
and I was like,
that's very.
Yeah,
it's very like East Asian. So I'm very excited about it. I'm going to catch the.
This guy.
I'm going to catch the cherry blossoms in Japan. I'm very excited about that. So letting you know, I'll be hitting Tokyo. I'll be hitting Kyoto, Osaka, and then as an asterisk, I'm going to be hitting Kobe and Nara because that's close to Osaka.
Okay.
Right? And Osaka's a good amount away from Tokyo, but I'll be able to get to Kyoto, Nara.
Are you going to take the bullet train to get to?
I'm taking the bullet train.
From Tokyo to Kyoto, you can take the bullet train. It's like 3 hours.
I can take it straight to Osaka. So I did
my research.
You did it. I'm taking it to Osaka. I'm very excited about it. On average, the bullet train is about 300 miles per hour, something that we will never experience.
We can't never.
Even if we go to the United States or the United Kingdom, we're not going to get that.
Can you just videotape? Like, I need you to do a reel of taking the bullet train.
I will.
Okay.
A lot of people, I know y'all hate me for being delayed poster.
No, they don't hate you. They expect it at this point.
Because they should. I've trained them.
The they we're talking about is me.
I've trained them. Or you. I've trained them. Yeah.
She's trained us.
So I will be kind of more like, immediate posting.
I'm going to be on that ass.
You can try. I will be immediate posting for the most part. Give me at least 2 hours after the experience because I want to live in the moment.
Yeah.
I want to live in the moment.
But they ain't gonna know when you did the experience, know how.
They won't.
Yeah. I don't ever post in the moment. I always post after I leave because I will never forget when I posted at the pyramids.
And they found you.
One man coming and he was like, hey, I just saw you there. Nigga.
Found you. Yeah.
First of all,
yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Secondly, how?
First of all, yes. But also, excuse me, sir.
Scared.
I don't know you.
Very scared.
I don't know you.
So, okay, so talk about Korea. Let me add you some more time.
So Japan is done. We all know that is the top place for me from childhood. But we are going to Korea.
To find her Korean man.
No. That's not why we're going to Korea. But I would like to say something in Korean right now because I've been saving this.
This gal's a loser.
Okay. 한국에 갈 거야, which means I'm
carrying my ass.
It means I'm going to Korea.
I'm carrying my ass.
If you have followed me on any social media platform before listening to this podcast, or if you listened to this podcast and didn't follow me on any social media,
but
that's problematic. Why are you not?
Why would you not?
I've been learning Korean.
I think that's very
since the start.
That's
of the
amazing,
pandemic.
to teach yourself not only like Spanish or French.
Yeah.
You know this to teach yourself Korean?
Korean.
I did.
I'm very much a nerd. If you didn't know that.
You like Harry Potter?
I do like Harry Potter.
I know I liked you.
I like anime.
Oh, yeah.
You don't. But
it isn't that I don't. I never got into it. But at this point now, something tells me that God is going to send me a man who loves anime, and I just have to sit there and be like,
he ain't got to send you a man.
Crunchyroll?
Now that you're open to it, say less, babes. Say less. I will give you recommendations, but you're going to get them, so you're going to watch them. Am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. We just finished talking about Japan, and you can't say no to anime after that.
I'm not going to. No, I would watch it because I'm in Japan. It's like, I feel like.
It's amazing.
Yeah, like,
great
why would I disrespect the.
Great storyline.
What is it? What is.
Manga.
What is hentai? Did he just laugh?
Yeah, because that's something completely different.
Someone told me I should watch hentai.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that off air.
Oh!
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to talk about that off air. Anyways, I'm going to Korea.
The person set me up.
They did. They set you up. And I'm going to tell you what it is after this podcast. I'm going to tell you, and you're going to be shocked.
This ain't a kids rated programming.
It's never been a kids rated program. Kids can't travel without their parents' money.
Why would you want to have a child travel with you?
Why would you want to have a child?
Oh.
But that's different.
Ew.
So
Ew,
I'm going to
ew.
Japan. We already discussed Japan, but I'm going to Korea. And I'm very, very excited because I want you all to know, if you have been following us for a while, you know that I've been sad about canceled trips. Okay.
Lord.
There was almost a tear in like a former podcast in season 1. She's playing the smallest violin in the world. But it actually hurt my feelings that countries were like,
no, for real.
Yeah, you can't come here. That's crazy. I have a ticket bought.
Did you have to get a visa?
Oh no. So for Japan nor Korea, I needed a visa.
Okay.
For full disclosure, in Korea, they do have an electronic visa that takes, like, you would apply for the electronic visa as a Bahamian. I can only speak for Bahamians. 3 days before your arrival.
3 days?
3 days. It's pretty quick because they're efficient.
Oh, I was about to say, because they couldn't be like the Thai
They don't
government.
even play.
Who?
Yeah, the Thai government was playing in your face.
I almost get a heart attack, Lori.
They was playing in your face. I was trying to comfort you, but you were like panicked. And I was like, okay.
I was like, anyway, I'm going to India.
And where did she go?
Thailand.
Thailand. So.
Sorry to my friend who couldn't come.
So we're doing Japan and then we're doing Korea. I will be in Seoul.
Who's where?
All of the people that pay attention to this.
Are you going with someone on your trip?
Of course not.
I just want to make sure.
Why would they interrupt my
I
my
better not
pleasure?
hear no
You're not.
little Asian accent in the back of that camera.
That's not traveling with a person, though. That's meeting a person
Girls
there.
could kill.
That's
Girls
different.
could kill.
That's
Are you
different.
meeting somebody in Korea? Do tell.
No, I'm not.
Look at me. You translucent liar.
Because I was learning the language, I have about 2 to 3 language partners that I will be meeting halfway.
Did you just call them language partners?
Because what else are they?
Things.
No, they're language partners. It's not like a Bahamian thing. No, they're language partners. They're language
the camera
partners.
can see how I looked at it.
They're language partners. Will I be meeting other
I
partners
too have
there?
a language partner.
You know, yes, I will, but that's different. These people are language partners. They're going to show me like the nitty gritty of their cities. I want to go to...
What are you doing in Korea? Because you haven't spoke about that. Oh God, breathe, please, Gloria. Just breathe. Just.
I can only generalize because there's so many things.
Mm-hmm.
Just like I didn't go through with Japan because there's so many things, different
So
cities.
generalize. Give us like
know?
3 things. Your top 3 things.
So the most basic of them all is I'm getting authentic K barbecue. So
Okay.
not the ones you find in the States, I'm getting that original K
Can we put
barbecue.
a pin in Korean fried?
Amazing.
L'Oreal.
Korean fried chicken is next level.
I'll never forget when I had my layover in Japan. And it was like maybe 6 o'clock in the morning. I was running past to my gate and I saw Korean fried chicken on the thing. And I said, Dominique, L'Oreal always spoke to
Yes. Tell me how it was, Dom. Yes.
KFC could never.
KFC could never.
KFC, Jamaica, Trinidad, Bahamas.
None of them.
Could never.
None of them.
Never.
None of them.
I've never tasted anything like that in my life.
Before people think that we're now just on the Asian train
No.
for chicken, I would like you to know the reason that fried chicken even existed in Korea is because the U.S. Army base was there. And there was a lot of black people.
Oh, yeah. Like an American Gangster.
A lot of black people. And that's how they started doing fried chicken.
I feel culturally
They're everywhere.
insensitive.
But no, it's actually not insensitive because also
Okay.
they were there.
Okay.
And that's how fried chicken got into Korea. and they just added their spin
But
on
boy,
it.
they perfected that.
Their spin is double fry,
Mhm.
and they fry it's really crispy and juicy and tender.
I'm talking
and
about-
flavorful.
I'm talking about the heat done
It's
hit the chicken, and the
amazing.
chicken ain't wet.
It's
fried.
amazing.
Yeah.
So they do a double fry. Their chicken is amazing. They do either potato starch or maybe, I don't think it's rice flour they add. I think it's potato starch. That's what gives it the additional crunch after the first fry. So it's super crunchy. They pour the sauce on afterwards. That's why it's so good.
I asked for mine without the sauce. I wanted to taste
See?
it. I wanted
It's
to taste
good.
it authentically.
And how was it?
L'Oreal, I had an out of body experience. I've never, and I almost went back. I was like, no, dog, no. I said, you have to savor this. So when you're back in Japan, you could say, come back to this, or Korea. Because I didn't have Korea on the list, but I think after
She didn't have
going,
Asia on the list.
I didn't have Asia on the list, period. And that's funny.
How did she get Asia on the list?
Paul.
You guys lie. I have literally podcasts.
I'm joking. It was
Literally
L'Oreal.
podcasts.
L'Oreal begged me to just go to Thailand.
Just go.
She was like, babe, and Thailand was the best trip out of all
and
my
she
trips.
ended up in Japan before me. Isn't that
did end up
crazy?
for 8 hours though.
Yeah, I'll be there for
On the
7
Shibuya.
nights.
Yeah. Shibuya roll call. Shibuya. Yeah. Shibuya roll
Why are we
call.
doing this?
You got 2 minutes.
So Korea, I'll be doing
give you some more
Seoul and
time.
Busan.
Because I want you to have more time.
If you don't know about Busan, for the Bahamian people, I would say that's the free port of Korea.
Someone messaged me on Instagram asking about one of my niggas, and they said they're from Busan.
I'm sorry.
He's a little cute too.
I'm sorry. And you know your friends, yeah?
But I'm not as attracted to Asian men as you are. She like us some Asian man now. She love us some translucent people.
First of all,
She thinks she's
I am
slick.
just attracted to all beautiful people in the world.
Especially K-pop men.
Actually, no. That's the thing. I feel like a lot of people, and it's funny
Will
that
your
you
friend
say
be in
that.
the army by the time as you go?
She's triggering me.
Watch
guys.
her
She's
break.
triggering me.
Watch her
guys.
break. Is he
She's
gonna be?
triggering me.
When does he go?
Actually, he goes after my trip, so I'm gonna meet him while I'm there.
How you gonna meet him while you're there?
Manifesting, babes. Manifesting.
Anyway, thank you for this app, for listening to this app.
Ignore her. So she has a friend from Busan. If you don't know what Busan is the second city of Korea.
Mhm.
Seoul is their Nassau. Busan is their
I
Freeport.
hit him up when I rejoin Instagram later on this week. Just be like, he is cute though.
Know your friends. Because you would think that she would pass this information on to me.
But
no,
it was so random
because
because
she wants me single and lonely. Not saying that.
Oh, you wanted me to hook you up with him?
No, see, that's why I started. I was like, not saying that I want to hook up with him.
L'Oreal wants love too.
No, of course I do want
we
love.
all need and want love.
But like, not every Asian man means I'm attracted to them.
No.
I'm not an Asia boo.
But there was this beautiful, and
Look at her.
there was this beautiful guy in Japan behind me. And I was like,
Yeah.
am I attracted to Asian men?
You're attracted to beauty, and that's not limited by ethnicity.
No, but black will always be first pick because this is a all black alive.
If you're black, right?
That's true.
They already don't respect me as a
Caribbean black
woman.
men first, then men of minorities,
Yeah.
then the African American men.
Yeah. Actually,
Or
we can skip them.
African American men who have descendants or parents of Caribbean countries
because you need
because
that.
they appreciate us.
They
Shout out
need
to
that.
Dallas. I see you.
Anyway, I will be in Korea, Seoul and Busan. Originally, I was supposed to go to Jeju Island.
I heard of Jeju.
Yeah, I didn't take into to account that the time I would be traveling is also the time that Koreans would also travel to Jeju. So Jeju is typically a different temperature climb than what they have on the mainland. It's warmer, so they go there for the springtime.
For vacationing.
Didn't consider that. Tickets got way too expensive. And I know y'all think I got money like that.
She does.
But I don't have money like that. The ticket was like $700.
Rechecks filed. Did you just call them broke in the Soca podcast?
Yeah,
You
but
called them
like,
broke in the last podcast.
we did.
We.
Oh.
No, yeah. Y'all broke.
We did.
I broke too.
We did.
But
I can afford Trinidad.
Right? But as my thing said, I'm broke for me.
I'm
broke for you, not for me.
So it's a difference. But that's $700, almost $1,000 trip
to go to Jeju.
Yeah. It was crazy. I didn't expect that to be.
But it's so close, isn't it?
Yeah, I didn't expect that to be a flight for, locals. And I was like, bet, not going to Jeju then.
Wait, this
in Korea. It's Korea proper.
$1,000.
I'm talking in US. So when I checked the last time, it was because it's their spring break. That's what happened. I didn't account for it.
I don't go to Luther and pay $1,000.
Yeah, agreed. But I didn't account for it. I can't tell the people in their country what to charge for.
And
their
obviously,
tickets.
people paying for it.
They are. Thing is, Jeju is like in Korea, medium household, like middle class to upper class vacation spot. When I saw the tickets, I said bet. And to be fair, these tickets were viewed on Expedia, so local prices might have been cheaper. Local prices might have been cheaper, but I decided that I don't have the time for all of that. That's significant when you're on a different trip for me to stay 2 nights. So I'll be doing Seoul and Busan. I'll be going to a lot of different temples.
I feel dumb. Is that how you pronounce it?
What?
Seoul.
Seoul. Yeah.
I've been pronouncing it Seoul.
It's Seoul. But I understand why you would pronounce it like that.
S-E-O-U-L.
Yeah.
Seoul.
It was like the English version of what they do in Korean, because just in case I didn't tell you, I speak Korean.
You told us.
Yeah.
I feel kind of stupid.
And why would you feel kind of stupid, though?
Because I could have taken my pandemic to do something other than get injured.
I'm not laughing at that.
No.
I will be, so just to backtrack, I will be in Japan for 7 nights, and I will be in Korea for 9.
Girl.
9. No, I'm gone.
But you would take some long trips, though.
I do.
Mood, though.
I do.
Mood.
So this is what I realized between us.
Yeah.
You can do short trips. I cannot.
Now, I don't like my trips no less than 5 days, though.
That's too short for me.
Yeah, you did say that.
That's too short for me.
Because
I go.
But if I go to some place, like say if I do, like I'll do Australia and New Zealand together, I'll make sure that's like 2.5 weeks.
Okay, good.
But also, like, and people know this, most of the times I travel, I take some days without pay. Like, I just be like, I don't care about the pay. I need vacation, though.
That's my Lou days for me, because I work weekends a good amount of time. I'm working a weekend.
My new job will have more days.
Yeah. So I'm working a weekend next trip, but your girl is finally going to Japan and Korea. So
let's tell them, since we really wrap it up.
We have to wrap up, yeah.
I kept on extending your time because I was like,
it's my happy place, guys. I almost broke down on the podcast for this trip.
Almost?
That got canceled. because I didn't shed a tear.
Almost.
I didn't shed a tear.
In here. Okay, so where else are you going this year? Oh, because it's our first podcast of the year. Wow. One thing about us now, we could be late.
So.
What are you talking?
So I have a Jamaica trip kind of lined up.
Are you going alone?
I have a Jamaica trip lined up. Yeah. To visit hedonism.
Oh, you ain't going alone.
Says who? Maybe I'm going by myself.
Because who goes to hedonism alone?
Who travels by themselves?
Hedon.
I feel like that's on brand.
No, you think you slick. You think you slick.
I
you
feel
think
like
you
that's
slick.
on brand.
You want to travel by yourself, but not be.
That's not the point, and that's not what you asked me. So I am looking into Jamaica this year, and then I also want to touch South America this year. I'm looking into Brazil, but
we spoke about this. Didn't we?
We did.
We can link for Brazil.
I'm also interested in going to Scandinavia, which is a collection of different countries.
Now, have we spoken about my love for Viking men?
She loves.
I love a good Viking-looking man.
Yeah, she's talked to me about my Asian man.
I like Viking men.
Look at her. Race trader.
Come on, Thor.
You know?
Come on.
So I'm looking to go there because I want to do the Aurora Borealis, or most commonly
this gal is a loser.
Most commonly
the Northern Lights.
As the Northern Lights.
But
So
you're going to have to do it
them.
later on in the year.
Yeah, of course, it's later on. So all of my trips have been the first 6 months of this year. The next one won't be in summer, but it'll be the rest. So to
when are you
wrap up,
thinking of doing Brazil? So
Yeah.
we could conference.
we can have
call
a
on
we
this.
can have a call about
'Cause
it. We can have a call about it.
Brazil could be on a holiday weekend.
It can be a Christmas thing because that's my plan.
You're one brilliant gal, you know. You talking about like Christmas vacation?
Yeah,
I like it.
You know it. You know it.
How you not want to spend Christmas
You know
alone
it.
again?
Stop talking to me. But so just to wrap it up, this podcast was basically about the destinations
We
we
didn't
will
get
be
to say where
going
I'm
to.
going this year.
I was about to say it, so you could have talked about it. She don't.
The
You know
way-
what this gal is? She ain't patient.
I am.
She's not.
I'm not.
She's not.
I'm not.
So, like I was saying, Dom will be going to Egypt and Jordan shortly. So we'll be having a podcast about that later. And then
Oh, it's my turn.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay, so I don't have any of the actual responses here. I'm going to do Mexico for Day of the Dead.
okay.
I'm very, very, very much aiming towards that. I'm going to do Italy. I'm thinking in October. If you would like to submit a boyfriend application to be my photographer / boyfriend on hand for Italy, you can apply to drbutler90@gmail.com.
You won't be posted.
Applications are being accepted now. I'm very serious about this because I'm going to do Naples, Venice, Rome.
Just
Sending
going through all
applications.
Italy. All Italy.
I'm literally going to eat my way through Italy.
As you should.
Yes. And then for my birthday, I'm going to do India.
Yes. India's been her thing
Now,
for
I
a
can let y'all
minute,
know
and it's
now.
for her birthday.
Y'all gonna be jealous when I go India. Because, baby, I'm doing a safari. I'm going to be on the beach. I could be at the, what is it called?
She's going through all the cities. She's going to be at the Taj Mahal.
Your mother could never. Your mother could never.
Rags. But no, so Dom has a full calendar planned right now.
And Brazil
confirmed.
tentatively now.
Yeah.
Hey, let's do Brazil. You see
Let's do
excited I got for
Brazil.
that?
Let's do Brazil.
That sound bomb. For Christmas,
I want you to know, out of office,
we'll be out of office.
a travel podcast.
We're going to be away
finally,
the same time.
We'll be in
We could be
Brazil
away
for the
the
last. We're also going to be away for the same time. So when she's
Yeah.
in Egypt and Jordan, I will be in Japan and Korea.
We'll both be in Asia.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's so crazy because
Why
she
you
didn't
go-
want to do it. But don't make me pull up the podcast when you're like, Asia,
I have to remember to delete that tonight.
Asia. You can delete
I have
it.
to remember to
You can delete it. But at the end of the day, the travel podcast is back out of office. A travel podcast.
We're
finally
back in office.
Season 2, because we were out of office for a
long
minute.
time.
We were out of office.
If we
for a
take
minute.
vacation, we take
We're gone.
vacation.
We're gone.
Y'all expect that out of us though, because who
You
would we
do.
be if we weren't traveling at the same time consistently?
We're authentic. We don't talk about this travel.
We about this life.
We're about it.
We about this life.
So this is episode 2 in
Episode
season 2. Look forward to the travel. Egypt and Jordan for Dom.
Korea,
Japan and Korea for me. You know, follow a
People to have
sunbomb.
a big year.
Follow Wandom Lust.
One dom, because you know the dom is for Dominique.
Like
One dom.
Dom.
Wanderlust.
Lust.
One dom. I love explaining that. I feel like such a loser.
And, you know, follow along with our travels. And then we will be back for a beautiful recap.
And we're going to have episode 3 this year, I promise.
If you beg for it.
Slowly.
But that's Out of Office, the Travel Podcast, Season 2, Episode 2 with Dom and Lori.